Hi ladies, it's Karen. I'm just here today to do a project share. I'd like to share this doily book that I've made, and the doilies that I started out with are this size, and that's about 4 inches, and that created a little doily book that's about 5 inches wide with the added trims on it. It's about 2.5 inches tall for the book part, and then with the added flower and stuff on the top, this top part takes it up another 1/2 inch or so. I tied it together, the pages together, with cream, pink, and blue seam binding, and then I added in a little bit of gold and cream lace, added in some pearl-like beads and some crystal-y like beads and some gold spacers, just to add a little bit more interest to the tassel here on the side. And then I put just a little acrylic sparkly bow right in there. The top I created by adding this trim with the pearls in it and little swirled flowers. I added that on top of the doily that I started with, just one of these, and added that all around the side so the trim stood up. And then I added another doily on top of that, and then I did a ruffled trim with this trim. I ruffled it, it's a cotton trim, and then I did a rolled rose in the top, and then there's a little bit of a bling center on the top of that. This trim that makes up with the pearl flowers on this side has a dangle on it, and so what happens when I put it on the way I did and had it stand up rather than laying flat, it creates sort of almost like, a cupcake almost topping to this doily book, which I liked. And then the dangles from it hang down on the side, and it looks really pretty. And I just added a little flat back pearl and a little flat back bling, AB bling, on the bottom of each one of those little dangles to create a little bit more sparkle. That there, so hopefully you can see that, and you can see all the laces and trims that I've used, all yummy goodness on the sides of this little doily book. Let's have a look inside. So her colors go along with why I chose these colors for the tassel on the side. Her pages are pink and blue, and then cream white with gold on the other pages. So you'll see that as we page through. So when you open the book up, we start with these 2 pages. This is a pocket page, and I've put a little bit of a stuffing in here, and I've added 3 pretty little stick pins inside there, and I'll just bring it up close so you can see them. They're pretty, they're sparkly beads. And then I put a little butterfly on the back of the doily. This is a pocket made from a crocheted piece that I made, and then I cut these out of a flat piece of lace that I purchased from Nola, Natty's Attic by Nola, and I just cut each one out individually and added a little pearl in the center of each of them. And then I used some flat lace and some other trim here to make sort of a scalloped edge at the top, and I added some little pink blings into that lace, and then I added some little pinky peachy colored flowers just along the edge of the book here, or the page here. And of course you can see the dangle hanging here from the front part of the page, but the back of the dangle looks all right. This page is a little image of a couple of little angels, and it's printed on fabric, and I've stickled the wings and the little bow in her hair and the little flower in her hair. And then I've done some pink beads, seed beads, strung around the edge, and this is also framed by a little doily that I've just cut the middle out of to make the frame. And this little doily, it was also from Nanny's Attic by Nola, and actually these doilies that I'm making up, using on the pages, these are all from her as well. I think she sold these in a pack of 7 or 10, and I will leave the links to Nola's store in the description box below. It's Nanny's Attic by Nola on Facebook, and she does she goes to thrift stores and she finds the most amazing pieces of clothing and that she chops up and sells the fabric, pieces of fabric, and she also finds doilies and table runners, and just so many things that she's just really got an eye for picking out items that can be cut up or used in crafting. And she passes on excellent savings to us in that Facebook group. So you do want to go over and check her out. Added some little pieces of little trim here with some little bit of pink acrylic flowers in the center, one of my little beaded butterflies on the corner there, and just a couple of different trims along laces on the top, and then a different one at the bottom. So those are those two pages, and those are the pink and cream and white pages. And the next two pages are in blues. This one being the big flower page, and this one just being, I just decided to create a page with a beautiful applique at the bottom, some double-sided white lace going across the top of the page, and then I beaded with little blue beads and some cream colored beads, and I just did a loopy kind of a beading stitch in between that double lace. And then I did 3 of my they're kind of blue and a crystally kind of bead. And I did 3 of them and attached them onto the page there. And you can see the doily in the background that I used. And when I'm doing a doily book, I don't, depending, but this one, I did not put padding or anything in between. I just worked right on the doilies. And these 2 pages, of course, are thicker. They have a lot more. This has got a pocket added to it, and it adds bulk and thickness. This has layers of different trims and that. This one is built right on the doily, and it still is lovely and beautiful, and you build it up with your trims and your laces. And so it's not necessary to, you know, glue doily or put 2 doilies together or anything to create one of these doily books. You can do it very easily with just adding appliques, trims, laces. And with a small sized one like this, a 4-inch, you can use smaller little bits of lace. You don't need great yardage in order to complete one this size. And it's a lovely size to hold in your hands and page through and still be able to, it's very tactile and it's very nice for someone to look through. So this page is the blue flower page, and I've just used this trim that's cream and with a blue satin in the center, and it's already gathered, but I gathered it up a little bit more to create the outside edge on this one. And then I gathered a second lace in to make the center, and then a little blue flower in the center of that one. And again, you can see the doily behind this sheer fabric, and so it's pretty that you can still see the doily as well. And you sort of get little hints of what's on the next page. There's a little bit of a trim here sticking out. There's a little bit of applique up here, so it creates interest as to, oh, what am I going to see on the next page when I turn. So that's the 2 blue pages. And then the last 2 pages are the cream, gold, and white. And this one I've done with appliques, and then I've added in some little sparkle, and then this little angel image, and I put a frame of gold fabric, or actually it's gold lace trim, but it was a ruffle trim, and I just took the edge off of it to make it a flat one so that I could put it around and make it as a frame around the picture. And again, that particular lace is from Nola, and then I just put a little bow on here in cream and gold, and a little gold heart here with a little piece of bling tucked in there. And I also stickled the wings on the little angel in this one, and I just put I added a little gold edge off the edge of this ribbon. I used it to make a headband and put a little flower in her hair. just added interest. And then on this page, I created a flower page with beautiful little silk and organza flowers with pearl centers. And I added in some of these acrylic gold little hearts with roses on them, golden cream. And then I made one of my little crystal and pearl bead angels. And so her body is a crystal. Her wings are part of a butterfly, the back part here. And then on the front I added just in a little bit of feather to add a little bit more interest to her wings. And then she has just the pretty little rondelles at her neck and a bigger one on her head for part of her halo. And I've put her on a little clasp so that she's hooked in the book there, but she could be unhooked and put somewhere else. And this page has a lovely trim around the edge, and there's these beads and sequins in that trim, so it's very pretty. So those are the two pages that I'm calling my gold, cream, and white pages. And then on the back, I finished it off with the same lace that I had put on the other side of the page. You can see the back side of it here. And I've used the same one and gone around the bottom of the page here to add in a little bit more sparkle on the back. Not that it really needed any, because I put this piece of applique on the back. And it's just loaded with sequins that make all the sparkle in here, and then two different styles of pearl beads, the long oval ones and then the little round ones. So it's very, very pretty, but it still lays nice and flat, so that when you lay the book down, there isn't really any bulk on the back. So that's my little doily book. I had a lot of fun making it. If you have any questions about how I put it together, or want me to show anything in particular, please leave a question in the comment section below. Get back to everyone with answers to all your questions, and I appreciate all your comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I wish that you would consider to do so, and hit the little bell so you get notifications of when I upload a new video. I'm trying to upload a video once a week to inspire. We'll try and do some tutorials as well, not just shares, but I'm also very willing to answer any questions anyone has, and willing to show anything that if someone would like me to show something in particular. Well, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're keeping sane and crafting and happy during the times that we're living in right now. And I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.